Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm teacher Ricky. So in today's lesson, I will be teaching you two skills. First, you identify the patterns in given number series in ascending and descending order by ones up to tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s. Next one, complete various number patterns that are given in ascending and descending order. Now let us move to the first skill. What is number pattern? Number pattern is actually a number or sequence in a series of numbers. This number pattern generally establish a common relationship between all numbers. For example, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. So this is so-called number pattern. Okay, how do you identify the number pattern? For example, in this given number series here, right? So step number 1, you need to check whether it is ascending or descending order. If you look at the series of numbers, you can find out it's actually ascending. It's actually getting bigger. So step number 1, we already identified it is ascending order. Now, second step, you observe the changes of certain digit. Sometimes in the series of the number, there are only certain digits that are changed. The other remains. So in this case, I already label in red color for your easy observation. Alright? So as you can see here, this, and also this. Now next one, you calculate the difference between two sequence numbers. So two sequence number meaning to say that you find the difference between two following sequence. Yeah, you cannot find the difference between this and the third one. Just find the two sequence of number that stick together. For example, I'm taking the difference between these two. Right? So I do the difference, or I can say minus it. So 15,008 minus 15,004, and I get 4. Now, I know the difference is 4, and I also know this is ascending order. The number is getting big. Therefore, I know the pattern is actually plus 4. From the first number to the second number, I know it has to be plus 4. Therefore, your step number 4 is time for you to write down the patterns. Now, the pattern here written is increase by 4s, or you can write ascending orders by 4s. So this is a number pattern. Next, I have this series of number. Okay, you can see it. And first step, you identify whether it is ascending or descending order. So in this case, if we check the number sequence, it's actually getting smaller. If the sequence is getting smaller, it means descending order. Now we know that this is descending order. Good. So second step, you observe the changes of certain digit. Now I already labeled it in red color. You can identify it also. The other is remain. So the other no changes, only the red color. Okay, third one, you calculate the difference between two sequence of number. So I take the front two and I find the difference. Okay, after I find the difference, I get 8. Right, 8. And this pattern, this order is actually descending order. It means it's actually minus 8 or subtract 8 from the number below. Right, minus 8, minus 8, minus 8, and so on. But how do you write the pattern? The pattern is actually, you write as decrease by 8 or descending order by 8 in this case. Next, I will show you another series of numbers again. Now in this sequence, first you still do the same. You identify whether is it ascending or descending order. Okay, by look at the order, I know that it is actually ascending order. So second step, we already observed the changes, right, of the digit. So it's actually happening here. This is the changes of certain digit, whereby the other remain. So as you can see, the changes of the certain digit here is actually represent thousands, right? The thousand is actually changing, but the other remain. So third step, you need to find or need to calculate the difference between two sequence number. But for in this case, I no need to do. Just by observation, I know from 6 to 7, or it's actually different by 1000. You no need to calculate, just by observation you know. Therefore, you know this is ascending order, then it will be plus 1000, plus 1000, plus 1000. So how do you write the number patterns? It's actually increased by thousands or ascending order by thousands. Right? So the next one, now this is a given series of number. So still the same. First, check whether is it ascending or descending. As you can see, the number is getting smaller. So definitely it is descending order. So second step, you observe the changes of certain digit. So the changes is here, right? Here. Now you check here is actually difference in the 10,000. Difference in the 10,000, right? So third, you need to calculate the difference between two sequence number. So in this case, same, you no need to do, you by observation you know it's actually by 10,000. And this is the descending, so it's actually minus 10,000. Minus 10,000, minus 10,000. So how do you write the number pattern? Decrease by 10,000. Or you can write as descending order by 10,000. Yeah, this is how you identify the number pattern. So the next skill is actually complete the number pattern. So sometimes the sequence of number is given to you, but with empty, it needs you to complete it. So how do you want to complete it? Still the same. First step, you identify whether is it ascending or descending. Now in this case, it's actually ascending. It's getting bigger. So second step, you observe the certain changes of the digit. So I can see 93235, 93242, and 93256. So the changes is 35 here, 42 here, and 56. The rest same, right? So third, you calculate the difference between two sequence number. So I'm taking these first two to do the calculation. I will not taking this second and fourth, is too far. So you just take two sequence number and do the calculation. So we find the difference by taking 93,242 minus 93,235, right? And I get 7. And of course, this is ascending order. It means plus 7, right? Plus 7. Now, next step, you want to complete the number pattern. So how do you want to find this empty slot here? By taking the second number, then you plus 7, you can get this. Right? So 93,242, you plus 7, and you get 93,249. So it should be inserted in this slot. And how do I get the last slot here? Yeah, by taking 93,256, add 7, or you plus 7. So finally, you get 93,263. Therefore, you insert it into the slot. Now, you have complete the pattern already. Is that simple? Right. I will provide another example again. So this is another number series whereby starting from empty slot and then number and then empty and then numbers and numbers. So first step, identify ascending or descending. Now in this case, it's actually descending. try to look at the number carefully. From 305,206 and then drop to 194 and then drop to 188. It's actually getting smaller. So I can know that this is descending. Now, second step, observe the changes of certain digit. So the certain digit changes is only these three, 206, 194, and also 188. These three changes, whereby 305, no change. All right. Next one, calculate the difference between two sequence number. Now, must be between two. I cannot take the second and the fourth. It's too far. So I'm taking fourth and fifth to find the difference. Now, to find the difference, of course, you must be taking larger minus smaller, right? I'm taking 305,194 and I minus 305,188. So after I minus, I get 6. And I know this is descending order. Therefore, it's actually minus 6, the pattern. Minus 6, minus 6, minus 6, and so on. Right now, I need to complete the number pattern. Okay, I will be starting from this slot first, the third slot. Right, in order to get that, I'm taking 305,206 minus 6, and I can get that slot, 305,200. But how do you get the first slot? Now, instead of minus, we are doing plus this time. Why? Because you are reversing the arrow, right? Instead of going forward like this, you are actually reverse. You are going backwards. You reverse back here. Now, when you are doing reverse, actually you plus it. Okay, you plus a number. You plus the difference, right? You plus 6 and you get 305,212. So there you go. I already complete all the number pattern. It's simple as that. Okay, so I make a summary for today's lesson. So in today's lesson, actually, there are two skills. First, you identify the pattern. Once you already identify, then you complete it. So when doing identify, you first step is actually you determine whether ascending or descending order. Second step, you check certain digit. And then third step, you find the difference between two sequence number. These two sequence number must stick together. All right. And the fourth, you state the pattern. If it is ascending order, then you should be writing increase by how many? Or you can write ascending order by how many? If it is descending order, you should be writing decrease by how many? Or descending order by how many? Now, there's the skill of identify the number pattern. As completing the number pattern is also the same thing. Calculate the difference and then you find the certain slot. Right? Okay, that's all for my today lesson. Bye-bye.